Up next, Proposition KK, Firearms and Ammunition Excise Tax. It asks, shall state taxes be increased by $39 million annually to fund mental health services, including for military veterans and at-risk youth, school safety and gun violence prevention, and support services for victims of domestic violence and other violent crimes. It would authorize a tax on gun dealers, gun manufacturers, and ammunition vendors at the rate of 6.5% of the net taxable sales from the retail sale of any gun, gun precursor part, or ammunition, with the state keeping and spending all the new tax revenue as a voter-approved revenue change. Here are the pros and cons of Proposition KK.
Those in favor of Proposition KK say, gun violence causes substantial physical, mental, emotional, and financial harm. Taxing firearm and ammunition sellers is an appropriate way to fund programs that reduce the negative impacts of gun violence. Reliable access to victim and mental health services is critical for impacted communities. Victims of domestic violence, military veterans, and at-risk youth deserve dependable support to recover from their trauma. Current funding sources for these services are inconsistent and in some cases disappearing, while demand continues to rise. Without steady funding, these services may be reduced or eliminated.
Those opposed to Proposition KK say citizens have a state and federal constitutional right to own firearms. This measure places an additional burden on the ability of law-abiding Coloradans to exercise this right. Legal firearm sales should not be taxed to address problems caused by the harmful or illegal use of firearms. Firearms are used for many legitimate purposes, including self-defense and personal and community safety. Placing an additional tax on firearms and ammunition reduces the ability of people, particularly those with limited financial means, to access these tools. People seeking to buy firearms may choose to buy them in other states to avoid the new state tax, hurting Colorado businesses and potentially encouraging illegal purchases of firearms.